Welcome to the video. I'm here at the North Tyneside Steam Railway, which is also called the Stephenson Railway Museum in North Shields, United Kingdom. It's quite a small museum. I'm actually the only person here today, which is Saturday. We'd think it would be busy, but it's not. It's a Class 3 locomotive. It's obviously been restored. Apparently they run steam trains on Thursdays and Sundays. I would normally live stream this, but I don't have a signal here, so I can't live stream. So I'm just going to make a video going around the engine shed. Excuse all the random noises in the background. This would have been in a signal box to control the tracks and the junctions. Which required a lot of manual labour to pull it. There's a bank of 10 of them. All numbered. This loco is the Steel Company of Wales Limited. The first loco we looked at was Class 03 diesel locomotive, this one, number 03078, built in 1959 for British Railways. There's this one here. They've got quite a famous train here, which was the third oldest locomotive in the world, which was made by Robert Stephenson and his brother. This is a display of a haulage engine. Which is similar to my, I did a video at the Brosselton incline where I flew a drone and I described how stationary haulage engines were used to pull the steam trains up the hill, and it was designed by the Stephenson brothers. So if you go and look at that drone video in my playlist for the Brosselton incline, I think the thumbnail says it's hidden in plain sight. That describes what that's for. North Tyneside Steam Railway Association was formed in 1977 as the Monk Wearmouth Station Museum Association to assist Tyne and Wear museums to restore railway-related items at the former goods shed in Monk Wearmouth, Sunderland. Some of the first engines that association worked on were the Consett Iron Company steam locomotive, a number 5 and diesel locomotive number 10. The poor condition of the building at Monk Wearmouth meant that some of the items held there were needed to be removed. In 1981 they were transferred to what is now the current Stephenson Steep Railway site at the former Tyne and Wear Metro testing facility, the Metro being the Newcastle's a bit like an underground that runs overground, which included a 2-road shed and a section of running line. Between 1983 and 1989, new heritage railway was constructed between the Middle Engine Lane site and Percy Main Village. Elaine Gager lived on the Moorside estate near Backworth Colliery with her elder sister Doreen. Their father, Eddie Scragg, worked as an engine driver at the colliery. The smoke and dust were never far away from a railway worker's existence. It was a dirty and often unhealthy environment. Plenty of hot water was needed for bathing and washing clothes. Drying clothes outside on a line was difficult for people who lived near the Percy Main Colliery locomotive depot. And the only time the locomotive fires were not lit was on a Sunday morning, and at other times smoke and steam filled the air. Steam trains were invented mainly to haul coal out of collieries in the UK, which is why the first railway in the world was in the UK, the Darlington Railway. George and Robert Stephenson. It's the Newcastle Metro. I said it's very quiet here because I'm the only customer here. This locomotive is a Robert Stephenson company, Newcastle Works, Robert Stephenson and Hawthorns Limited. Number 1. If anyone remembers any of these stations or still uses them, leave a comment. This is the MEA number 1 locomotive by Robert Stephenson and Hawthorns Limited, number 7683, built in 1951. It's built for the British Electric Authority, BEA, to use within its coal-fired power stations. The BEA required that engines could haul a 1,000-ton train from the British Rail Exchange siding to the coal tipper. if you can see in there. Quite spacious. Not the green engine in the foreground, but the one behind it with the wooden barrel. Wooden barrel around the boiler is the third oldest working, potentially, locomotive in the world. And we'll go and look at that in a minute. This red and cream car, railway car, is a luggage van. It's got an electric motor, number 3267. It was built in York by the North Eastern Railway. Luggage vans were used for sundries traffic. They ran at passenger train speeds, carrying parcels and other items which were too urgent, valuable or perishable for the slower goods trains at the time. They were powerful enough to haul several other vans. A ventilated compartment at one end was used to house boxed fish transported from the colour coats and Tyne Tunnel stations. The original luggage vans remained in service till 1937, long after the passenger vehicles had been replaced. Their motors were removed and they were converted for the spraying of antifreeze mixture onto the third rail, a live rail at the side of the track which supplied electricity to the trains. Number 3267 is now the only survivor of this type of luggage van built for that system. It's on loan to the Tyne and Weir Archives and Museums from the National Railway Museum, which is based at York, of course. Let's try and look inside. Clio. Ajax Clio cab, the Blythe and Tyne Railway Company. This cab, although named Clio, was originally part of Ajax, or Ajax. Ajax was built by the Blythe and Tyne Railway Company at the Percy Main Works in 1867 as a 060 gauge inside cylindered long boiler tender locomotive. When the Blythe and Tyne was absorbed by the North Eastern Railway, the loco was renumbered to 1719, and Ajax was sold in 1907 to the Seaham Harbour Dock Company, where it worked until it was scrapped in 1926. This was not the end of the Ajax, however, as its cab was then transferred to another long boiler tender loco called Clio, which had also worked on the Blythe and Tyne Railway. Clio had been built by the North Eastern Railway in Gateshead in 1875. It was later fitted with a cab from Ajax, which it carried until 1955. The cab has now been preserved as the last part of the Blythe and Tyne locomotive, also on loan from the National Railway Museum at York, which I've done as another live stream, so if you wanted to check that live stream out on my page, find the playlist for all of my live streams, or go to the live tab on my profile, and you'll find me at the both Locomotion Museum and National Railway Museum. If you've enjoyed this so far, please hit the like button and subscribe. Also join the channel as a member, drop a super sticker. This is the front of a metro car from the Tyne and Weir metro line. Anyone from the northeast or Newcastle will certainly remember these, because they still operate today, I think. This one's from 1978, built in Birmingham by Metro Canal Limited. Rest in peace to our Queen, because she passed away. There's a metro map for Newcastle, Tyne and Weir. Zoom in. If we can get a bit closer, there we go. Ooh. It only runs between Newcastle, Gateshead, South Shields, North Shields, Monks Eaton, Whitley Bay. Whitley Bay is where my live stream is for the being at the beach yesterday. This is the River Tyne. Mouth of the Tyne, hence the town of Tynemouth. There's a Kitson & Co 1883 locomotive from Leeds. Must have been pretty hot and smoky and on the footplate, but there's also quite a lot of space on the footplate as well.
The whistle sounds different if there's more pressure. Need more coal if you want to go faster. More coal means more pressure, and more pressure means more speed. That's safety valve will blow. The pressure will drop if we don't keep shoveling. The brake will slow you down. If you leave that regulator open, you can't stop.
This is the E4 locomotive, built in 1909, Berlin by Siemens in Stuttgart, Germany. Looks a bit like a VW. As part of a pioneering investment in the latest electric technology for coal mining by the Harton Coal Company of South Shields. It was built by German company Siemens Stuttgart, which had a reputation for reliable mining equipment powered by electricity. This one is the third oldest steam train in the world. Built by George and Robert Stephenson. Called the Killingworth Billy. It was built in 1816 in Killingworth by George Stephenson. Billy's the third oldest surviving locomotive in the world and is the oldest surviving Stephenson locomotive, so it's fully original. It was built 13 years before Stephenson's most famous engine, the Rocket. Billy worked on the Springwell and Jarrow line, which brought coal to the Tyne from collieries south of Gateshead. Till 2018, it was thought that Billy was of a later Stephenson design and had been built in 1826. Industrial archaeological study on the various components of Billy and archive investigation found that it was actually built 10 years earlier than originally thought. The new date of construction means that Billy was built directly under the supervision of George Stephenson, just a few miles away from the site at Killingworth. George built his first engine, Blucher, in 1814 at Killingworth, where he was a colliery engineer. He built a further 16 locomotives there, including Billy, other locomotives were being built in the northeast at the time, and George was able to use his practical skills to combine the best ideas into his Killingworth travelling engines. Billy was in use for more than 50 years. And this is the Killingworth Billy, 10 years older than Stephenson's rocket, and fully original, not a replica. This is the Concert Iron Company's locomotive number 5. It's a unique survivor of class of 19 engines built in batches from 1872 to 1941 by the Concert Iron Company. Let's go and have a look outside, see what's in the yard. Whilst it's not open today, there is a Waggonway tea room. I believe it was open till 3 o'clock today. It'll be open on the Sundays and Thursdays when they run the trains. There's also male and female toilets here, and plenty of free parking. The museum's free to get in. They do ask for a donation, which helps them with the heritage and conservation of their trains and their tracks, and pays for staff. But other than that, it's kind of a little peaceful railway area in the middle of an urban environment. These are all boilers. Boiler of the National Coal Board number 69 was overhauled by volunteers, the nice North Tyneside Steam Railway Association. Old colliery works wagon. Very, very old colliery works wagon. This looks beyond, I think it's safe to say that's beyond restoration, but correct me if I'm wrong. Another old works wagon. Bit of their storage yard. Obviously, the Steam Museum needs a lot of coal. As I said, the steam trains, they run with passengers on a Thursday and a Sunday, and today is Saturday, so there's none running today. And actually, when I got here, I was the only person at this museum, so if you're in the northeast, whether you're local or visiting, little museums like this need supporting to help with keeping the heritage alive. Obviously, England, Stockton Darlington Railway was the first railway in the world, first trains in the world created in England before they expanded into other places around the world. Some more boilers and tanks. National Coal Board number 2 area, Durham, a boiler. There's the Waggonways track there, which is what these trains join, and they go through, take passengers on a Thursday and a Sunday. There's plenty of parking. There's a bit of humour that they've got on the side of their cabin. The stone is wet, it's raining. The stone is dry, not raining. Shadow on ground, sunny. White on top, snowing. Can't see the stone, foggy. Swinging stone, windy. Stone jumping up and down, earthquake. Stone gone, tornado. Good to see a bit of British humour. So if anyone's managed to stick it through this far, I'm at the Stephenson Railway Museum in North Shields, United Kingdom. It's pretty small, not as busy as the National Railway Museum at York or Locomotion. Either way, that's what it's called. Free to get in. They ask for a donation. There is toilets. It's a little cafe. They do charge for train rides. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, help me support my channel. I'm not yet monetized, so if you've enjoyed this, there's a PayPal link on my profile page. You can make a donation. You could join the channel for some perks. See you on the next one.